back to the news at 10. A number of persons have been arrested by the police at the Ilasamaja area of Lagos over alleged illegal storage and sale of substances suspected to be diesel. The product was sighted in wells located in more than 10 premises in the area. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Fatai Owosheni, who was conducted round the houses, vowed that those involved will be prosecuted.
Ilasamaja community, a densely populated area in Oshodi, Solo local government area of Lagos State. Abeokuta and Ibadan streets are popular streets in the area. In the wee hours of the day, information filtered to the police that illegal sale of suspected petroleum products was going on in one of the premises. This was soon discovered to be true, as about 12 houses were found to have been involved in the scooping of this substance from wells.
At the last count there, we've seen about 12 houses that has well dug behind the houses, and the only thing that they scoop out of the wells is diesel, but not water. It is believed that almost all the houses within that vicinity have the same thing. We have made arrest of some of the landlords there. We've also asked some of the tenants as to whether they have a knowledge that they are compromising their lives and their properties.
Some took this illegal act to a higher level, pumping it into a storage tank from where the product is dispensed. Some of the suspects earlier arrested claim they are innocent, but the police insist investigations will continue and the law must take its course.
It's obvious that most of the tenants and the landlords that live in that area know quite well that they are involved in economic sabotage, because in one of the houses, the landlady actually chased out all the tenants. She's the only one that lives in the house, and it's in the night that she goes there with jerry cans to go and scoop out the diesel to sell. The suspects that have been arrested so far, you have seen them. They will further tell us what they know, and of course, the law is there.
Laboratory technicians of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation are also on hand. They have come to ascertain the cause, impact and solutions. For now, the affected houses have been cordoned off and all occupants have been advised to vacate the environment to avoid disaster.
That's amazing. The federal government has announced plans to implement measures to fast-track investment inflows into the country. During a meeting with other members of the Federal Executive Council, the Minister of Interior, General Abdurrahman Dambazo, today confirmed that a committee to review issues of delays associated with the issuance of visas to prospective investors has been set up.
It's a meeting convened by the Ministry of Interior with special focus on how to remove barriers to doing business in Nigeria. The Ministers of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Investment and the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service are in attendance. Each of them promised to ensure that they speed up all processes that will help prospective investors come into the country.
Everybody, every investor needs a secure environment. We want to ensure that we even ease the process through which he can make it, to encourage him to come into this country with his wealth, because for one, Nigerians will benefit in terms of capacity building. For two, Nigerians will benefit in terms of employment. And of course, they will be able to expand our industries.
We understand what the problems are, and they can be solved. I think the important thing is that there is a real commitment to solving them. The concerns people have had in the past have centered around interministerial cooperation and coordination, and as you can see from this, we are cooperating, we are coordinated, so I think you can expect results will follow.
We are really looking, the three of us, to see how we can make engagement with our country at so many different levels so easy, and the facilities, the services that we provide are really user-friendly.
With the rate of dwindling oil prices globally, many believe this is the way to go. They also hope that this initiative will translate into improving the socio-economic development of the country.
The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, today inaugurated a committee to monitor the concessioning of the eastern and western lines of the Nigeria Airways. The Vice President explained the purpose of the committee is to create a one-stop shop for the concession, fast-track the process and manage bureaucratic bottlenecks. He advised the committee, which is headed by the Minister of Transport, Mr. Cmte Amechi, to ensure stipulated deadlines are met. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of business news. Here's Anne Waudu.
You first. First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. Shell Nigeria has declared another force majeure, the second in 3 months after Bonny Light crude oil liftings. And this is due to a shutdown of the Nembe Creek trunk line in the Niger Delta by the pipeline operator, ITO, following a leak. It's also coming 4 days after the oil giant declared a force majeure on gas supply to the Nigeria LNG's export facility. Bonny Light is the fourth Nigerian oil grade under force majeure, in addition to Kwa Ibo, Forcados and Brass River, as Nigeria contends with militant attacks on pipelines. On May the 10th, Shell declared force majeure on Bonny Light exports, which was later lifted on July the 7th, 2016. The Central Bank of Nigeria has confirmed that it has not stopped the licensing of international money transfer operators. The financial regulator advises operators interested in the mobile money transfer business to send a request for licensing to the Director, Trade and Exchange Department of the CBN. This request will be evaluated in line with CBN guidelines. In a statement clarifying the issue, the central bank confirmed and affirmed it will continue to provide a good environment for international money transfer services in Nigeria. The Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority has secured a $700 million loan. This is for the development of Nigeria's real estate and agriculture sectors. At the signing of the deal in Abuja, the managing director of the authority, Mr. Uche Oji, said $500 million will go to real estate, while $200 million is to be invested in agriculture. The Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, said the initiative is part of plans by the federal government to diversify the economy. Equities closed the week on the downside amidst mixed sentiments as investors extended sell-offs, while bearish sentiment is expected to continue next week. Let's join Bolaji Akinwale for the details.
Hello, welcome to the Stock Market Report. Primary indicators on the Nigerian Stock Exchange ended the week today on a negative close as the all-share index fell by 0.12% on continued profit taken by investors amidst economic uncertainties. Declines by blue-chip equities also contributed to the market's lackluster performance, while 20 equities led by CAP, Champion Brewers and Continental Insurance recorded price depreciation. On the other hand, 7-Up, WAPCO and Ayuko Insurance were the top 3 price gainers from a list of 18. Market breadth was thinner in contrast to Thursday's figure, as investors traded 190.67 million shares for 1.32 billion naira in 2,978 transactions. Diamond Bank, WAPIC and GT Bank were the day's top 3 actively traded equities. And that's it in the stock market report. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
Well, let's check out major world markets. It ended in mostly mixed performance as investors digested a combination of disappointing U.S. economic data, sharp decline in mining stocks, and a rebound in crude oil prices. That's business news tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Anne Nwawado. Back to you, Joma.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Anne. Now, after over a decade of its existence in Nigeria, Integrated Dairies Limited has achieved another milestone in its line of production. This time around, the company is introducing new packs for its farm fresh products while adding more flavors to meet consumers' demands. At the unveiling in Lagos, the managing director of the company says this innovation will guarantee longer product shelf life.
The Civic Centre Lagos plays host to management and staff of Integrated Dairies Limited and lovers of their product, farm fresh dairies, which include milk and yogurt. The core of the day's event is the introduction of new packaging as well as some added variants to the already existing line of products.
For the past 14 years till date, customer satisfaction has been our #1 priority, and that will never change. We have listened to what the customers want, and we have made changes. We have not only made changes to the appearance of the product, we have also made changes to the recipe.
The farm fresh yogurt, aside of the new pack, now comes in vanilla, pineapple, banana, strawberry, mango, and more other flavors. And the company's management is glad about the strides made so far.
Over the last 10 years, we have supplied millions of gallons of delicious, all-natural, fresh, preservative-free yogurt to Nigerians from Kano to Port Harcourt. And our footprint continues to grow.
We have remained largely hidden on the plains of the plateau in Jos. And by coming out the way we've done today, it's just a small sign for all of you to know that we are really ready to expand and to meet the need of Nigerians and for dairy consumption.
For this consumer, Integrated Dairies Limited has done well.
We need to sort of go within and use locally produced things. So when I got the invite, I was like, yes, farm fresh. And for me, it's like I need it for my ice cream, for my breakfast, my dessert. So I'm very happy. I love the packaging.
The launch is done. And for the management, it's time consumers enjoyed the same great quality in more flavors that farm fresh dairies offer.
Next on the news at 10, Sports Minister orders payment of Olympic Eagles allowances to avert boycott of Rio quarter-final game against Denmark tomorrow. That's on Sports News. Do join us again.